Well, hello, Avon. This is Jeanette Wilson and my senior Southeast business partner, senior coach Kelly Coleman, and I are hosting this evening's Southeast Shares Call. And I want to just first start out and say, Happy Avon August Representative Appreciation Month. My goodness, this is so exciting. And I hope you're feeling the love and sharing the love. As you can see on our Southeast Facebook page, it is just blowing up with tons of recognition. And so let's make sure that you're passing the word along and getting other representatives to join our Southeast region New Avon Facebook group. And as you see, we've changed the photo, and the photo is there very appropriately because RepFest will be taking over New Orleans next year. But please spread the word. And, you know, I'm sure that lots of representatives are feeling lots of love because of all the recognition that has just been blowing up our Southeast region Facebook page. You know, sharing the love with the $10 appointment kit, sales achievements, team growth, lots of team fellowship meetings too. So with that, let's go ahead, Kelly, and move to the next slide. Tonight, we've got some really exciting news as far as some of our top leaders that are going to be sharing. We're going to hear from Octavia Edwards, and she's going to be leveraging Facebook live streams and social media. And then we will also hear from one of her team members that she's so proud of, and that's Tracy Fallon. And Tracy is going to be sharing hot tips for successful events. So with that, I'd like to turn this over to a leadership development coach from the Southeast, Tracy Romine, and she's going to go ahead and introduce our first speaker. Tracy, are you there?
I am here, and I tell you what, Jeanette, I am feeling the love all over Avon right now. Thank you for having me tonight. I'm truly happy to be here and delighted to be able to introduce this next lady. She is definitely part of the mighty Southeast. You know, I want to take this time to introduce Octavia Edwards. She is an amazing silver leader who is creative, inspiring, and she always reaches for the next goal to accomplish. She's a caring leader with great aspirations and is truly a walking and talking testimony on how Avon can make your dreams come true. Tonight, she's going to share some hot tips, and the only way that she's the one that can do them her way. Take it away, Octavia.
Octavia, can you unmute your microphone? What I will do, Octavia, is I'm going to go ahead and just call you right now, and I'll put you on my speakerphone. Okay, Octavia, great. I'm going to put you on speaker. For some reason, we're not able to hear you, so everyone will be able to hear you. Let me go ahead and put you on speaker right now. Okay, can everyone hear Octavia? Say something.
Hi, everyone. How are you guys?
Can someone type in the chat? Can you hear her?
Perfect.
Let's How are we?
I believe everyone can hear you.
Okay, great. I don't know what that's about. Sorry about that. But thank you so much, Tracy, for that generous introduction. I am very honored to be a guest speaker on this call tonight and sharing with you about making live streams work for you. Now, honestly, if you would go to that next slide for me, I really love speaking. I love empowering women, men, just to be the best that they can be. But I'm really great doing it in front of people face to face because I'm able to gauge the crowd and feed off the audience energy. But with live stream, I'm not able to really use all those advantages. So I really had to work myself up to conquer my fears with doing live stream, because that's just kind of the way everything is going nowadays with social media and Facebook. It's just very important if we want to grow our business in different ways that we learn how to do that. So I had to really push myself outside my comfort zone. And what I did to kind of build my nerves was I kind of looked at other people's lives, kind of studied how they were, and honestly, it was like no biggie. When they do lives, you just have to be yourself. Some people are in their jammies, just kind of down to earth and engaging with their audience. So I decided to use some fun ways to engage with connecting with my Facebook friends by letting them know that I am going to share my Avon story with everyone, because some people knew that I was an Avon representative, like some of my closer friends, but not really my Facebook friends, because I really wasn't disciplining myself to work my social media. And it was just that time to do that with Avon social media and all that good stuff, because with me going to achieve to become a bronze executive, it was just very important for me to work that avenue. So what I did was I decided to make a commitment and let everyone know that I was going to share my story. And about 3 days out, I finally put that time. Okay, guys, 3 more days and I'm going to share my story. That way I was committed and I couldn't chicken out. So when that day came, beforehand, I kind of started a page, which that was another thing that I was really dragging my feet on, was starting some sort of page where I can use that as a platform to inspire, recruit, and empower my team. So I decided to also take Share the Love, kind of piggyback off of that with doing something that I really desired to do for a very long time, which was to let the world know that we really do make real money with Avon. So I started a Facebook page called We Do Make Real Money with Avon. We make real money with Avon. And I used that platform to share my story. And I was just kind of dressed down because I was just really trying to get that one under my belt. And I went online on my Facebook page and I started my live. And it was just really easy. After I got like that first word out, everything just really became very natural. And I was just really laid back and I shared my story. And from that, I got engagement. I got engagement from other representatives that were very inspired about what I was doing, because this was something that I wanted to use to attract people that were interested in Avon, but just kind of wanted to, get that extra oomph. And by using, our stories, that can really inspire someone to come on board, because we are real life walking testimonies. And then also to use that for new representatives, to really get empowered and inspired to just stick in this business, listen to the ones that's already in there and take the stories and kind of run with it. And I got representatives that reached out to me and say, I love what you're doing and I am open to share my story. So with that, if you look at some of these bullet points with leveraging social media to grow and reach your goals, just from that simple act, from me going out there to share that one story, now it's going to become a bigger movement. So with that being said, it's very important that we just push ourselves outside our comfort zones to grow our business by using live stream. And now what I would like to do is move into tips on Facebook Live. Okay, so here are a few tips that you can use that definitely get you on the right foot, which is tell customers, reps, when you're going live. That helps out a lot. That really increases your engagement because people know when to expect you. Go live when you have a strong Wi-Fi signal, of course. If you have a weak signal, the go live button will be grayed out. So, just remember that. Ask viewers to subscribe to live notifications. Tap on the follow button on live videos so they can get notifications the next time you go live. Say hello to commenters by name when possible. That's very important. Everyone loves to be recognized by their name. Broadcast for longer periods of time to reach more people, and just have fun and be yourself. That's just really the best thing about Facebook Live, is just, kind of be yourself. So that is basically what I've done to help, get myself outside my comfort zone by leveraging social media. And now just kind of look out for We Make Real Money with Avon, because it's just going to be some bigger and better stories just coming out for representatives all over.
Wow, that's great. Thank you so much, Octavia. I'm going to have you hold here on the line while I do a little bit of a recap so that you can then introduce our next speaker. But, when I was listening to her, there were 3 things that really jumped out. And that first one was conquer your fears and just get out of that comfort zone. And number 2, be yourself. And thirdly, it was amazing how she set herself up for success by holding herself accountable, because she was overcoming that fear, but she went out to her friends and her Facebook family or whomever it was and said, in 3 days, I'm going to do this. So she had to do it in 3 days. And so, she claimed it. She held herself accountable. And with that, she received a lot of support. I love this second slide that you have here, because when we do the replay and anyone wants to go back and listen to this or has questions, they can reach out to you. But these tips on Facebook Live are just right there at your fingertips. And we thank you, Octavia, for that. So with that, we'd like you to please introduce, because I know you're very proud of this next speaker. So if you can go ahead and introduce Tracy.
Absolutely. Tracy, I actually recruited Tracy 9 years ago. I've been with Avon for 9 years and a half. And I did a table outside of Cato's, and I seen Tracy walking with her cute little girl, who is now probably about 9 or 10 years old, about 10 years old now, I believe, or maybe 11. And just something about Tracy, I just really gravitated towards her. And Tracy is a bronze leader, President's Club, and I really call her the quiet storm, because she is just very smart and humble, but with that, she's very intelligent. And throughout my years together with Tracy, we have bonded, just have created a strong friendship, and I still learn so much from Tracy every day. So trust me, you are in for a real big treat with Tracy. She really knows how to work the business, and I just really look forward just to listening to her like I do each and every day. Tracy, you can go ahead and take the floor.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. So first, with an event, you need to remember you only get one first impression. So you need to do something to draw those potential customers from the aisle into your booth. For me, I love neon signs. They're bright and they draw the eye to your booth. And I always make sure I have a sign that triggers that action to come in. For example, my summer booths, I have a sign full poster board size that says, "Don't let bugs win. Get your skin so soft today." A winter booth may say, "Don't deal with cracked, dry hands this winter. Stock up on moisture therapy." And of course, above that sign, I have lots of Skin So Soft or moisture therapy. And this definitely works, because if they don't come into the booth, they're saying the words "Skin So Soft" to the person they're walking with as they walk by. Second, you never want to give up an opportunity to advertise. Don't just get that one-time sale, but build your future sales. Every product that leaves my booth will have a sticker on it saying to reorder, contact, and then my information. You can also have small signs scattered through your booth. Want to earn money with Avon? Ask me how. or need to raise money for a cause, Avon can help. You can also add to every bag that leaves your booth these advertisements. Third, you want to be proud of your company. I have shopped from numerous home-based businesses, and by far, Avon is top when it comes to the amount of low-priced items, but high quality and 100% guarantee. So we as representatives know this, but potential customers do not. So don't be afraid to mark prices. Many potential customers that don't see clearly marked prices, just walk by. So you're losing those sales. They see our eyeliner and they'll say in their head, oh, it's probably $6 to $12 like most home-based businesses. But it's not. Our eyeliner is $3 right now. So don't be afraid to flaunt that great quality that Avon's given us. And finally, as Scott Kramer says with Avon Social, don't shout. You want to follow these 3 steps to seal the deal in a non-invasive way. First, you want to help. When someone walks into your booth, you want to say, hi there, please let me know if you have any questions. I'd be glad to answer them. So this shows that you're not pushy to get their information and you're knowledgeable about the products. But also it makes the customer feel at ease and they stay longer in your booth. Second, you want to agree and compliment. So listen for comments and chime in when you can. So for example, if 2 people are walking around in your booth and they say, oh, I heard Skin So Soft is good for bugs, I would reply, oh yes, it definitely is. I actually sold 50 bottles this summer to repeat customers. So I definitely recommend it. And you really can't go wrong with our 100% guarantee. So when I do this, I almost always get a sale by doing this approach. And finally, you want to seal the deal. And with this, wording is key. You want to have forms that say free Avon drop-off list. As you check them out, you want to ask, do you have an Avon representative? And if they say no, you would reply, oh, okay, I'd be glad to get you the latest brochures so you're up to date with what Avon offers. I just put it in the mail or I put it on your front door. Saying this eases their mind on giving you their information. If you say, fill this form out and I can contact you, almost always they will say no. And the reason is they're envisioning getting 10 calls over the next week from you. So the keys to a successful event really are to invite them in, help, confirm their positive belief in our products, and get their contact information in a non-invasive way. So I hope these tips have helped you, and I hope you have a great next event. Thank you.
Hey, Tracy, this is Kelly Coleman. Thank you. I was just taking notes fast and furious. I love that you provided us with some very specific words that I can only imagine. You've learned to create these words from your own experience. Octavia talked about practicing something that's outside of the box, that pushed her outside of her comfort zone. And I would assume that there are probably people listening in today that maybe outside of their comfort zone is doing an event. And so I think you just gave them a plethora of information. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I have one follow-up question. I can't see the chat box right now, so I'm not sure. Jeanette will have to pop in and let us know if there's any questions for either you or Octavia. But I do have one question because, again, it sounds like you are experienced at this. Tell us, how are you finding different events to set up at? Who do you approach? Where do you look to find these types of things?
So I actually have good success with just asking friends. You know, if you go to events, look that event up to get in on it. For example, my 4th of July event, I've attended the 4th of July event down in Richfield, but this was an opportunity to do a booth there because I know there's booths there. So I just went on their site, and they always have a vendor spot. So you click on that vendor spot to find out more information about it. But also just asking your friends. I have posted on Facebook, hey everyone, I'm, you know, starting to do booths, and I'd like to know if you know of anything coming up. And I'll get tons of replies for different booths, and they'll send me the links. You know, yeah, just go check this site out. So that's a big thing. And just Googling in your area, vendor events in, and then your city and state.
I love it. And so would you say that once you kind of get the word out by asking friends, so starting with your warm list, your warm network, to start there to say, hey, can you help me? You use that network to then find other future events. Is that right?
Yes.
I love it. I love how fundamental that seems, but I love the experience that you've really shared with us. I love again the words. I really, really value though your belief in the process, but your belief in our products and our opportunity, and that you made such a point to be proud of that, because we are all proud of that, right? We wouldn't be on this call today if we weren't. We're so proud. And I love how you really make it a very important point to say with everything that we do, because we do have so much to share the love about, right? Pun intended, by the way. But good grief, I think that your hot tips on maximizing events were incredible. Octavia, that hashtag that you have, we can make real money with Avon, is genius. So much great sharing on the call tonight. So
Kelly?
big thanks.
Kelly,
Hello.
before you move on, it's Jeanette. Can I ask, I'd love to ask Tracy a question too, because I just love the way she presented. She seems very genuine, and I'm sure in her events at the table, you know, people feel very comfortable. Noticing that you're a bronze leader, Tracy, do any of those potential customers become new team members?
Yes, definitely. You know, there's some events that I do and I go back yearly. So they're seeing me every year, and they're seeing that I'm still with Avon, I'm still successful. And so some people will gradually come on. I actually did a flea market with one of my new team members. She's been on the team for about a year, but she joined because she saw how I was doing, and she is tracking for President's Club with her first year. So you definitely can get great new team members from doing booths.
That's great. So yeah, so you're really touching a lot of people. And I'm not going to put you on the spot, but everyone else that is on the call, if you could type in the chat, and I'm just asking one question, because we know that a lot of us are in the Southeast. We've got other representatives that we'd love to join these calls, you know, whether they're in the Southeast region or not. But if you're in the Southeast region, what is that question that you would ask someone so that maybe you might find that they'd like to be part of the team, because you have a certain question that we use in the Southeast? Does anyone know that? And it's something that has to do with the next 2 weeks. I know that some of you know what it is. I know Leslie knows. I know that Angelique knows. Leslie, yes. How much money would you like to make in the next 2 weeks. And Desiree, too. Absolutely great. So those are just, some conversations, just thinking about how to maximize what Tracy's talking about too. So sorry to hijack you, Kelly. Back to you.
Oh no, love the sharing. That's what these Thursday calls are all about. And boy, did we have some great sharing tonight. And actually, to you really kind of frame up everything that Tracy just shared. She said you only have one chance to make that first impression.
Right.
And I would definitely say that Octavia and Tracy, you both certainly did that. We will be posting a replay of this call on our Southeast Region Facebook group after the call, because I saw somewhere in the chat somebody was asking about making sure you caught all the information from Octavia's awesome steps. I gotta admit, Octavia, I still get nervous when I think about doing anything live, but I love the accountability that you created for yourself with the commitment that you made, your genius hashtag, and just as a silver leader, finding ways to still be as creative as possible and push yourself outside of that comfort zone. But then those genius words that Tracy shared, so much awesome sharing. And what a great time to be doing the sharing as we are very busy sharing the love with Avon. So again, any last minute questions in the chat box, Jeanette? I'll have her peruse the chat box to be sure. And of course, we will continue to answer questions or ask Octavia and Tracy to answer questions as we post a replay of tonight's call and all the information on our Southeast Region Facebook group, so we can keep this conversation going and ensure that we keep sharing in Southeast Shares as we're sharing the love. So are you guys recovered from Rep Fest? Tell me in the chat box, who's recovered from Rep Fest? I am recovered, but my mind will not stop. My body was slow to recover. My brain is a million miles per hour. It's been so exciting to come back from Rep Fest and begin to put some of the things that we learned into place. And I know that one of the big things happening right now is share the love, and ultimately our entire Rep Appreciation Month and all that's happening in this month of August as we celebrate you. And so before I talk about our next Southeast Shares, I did just want to you touch base on this August Representative Appreciation Month and make sure that you are aware that there are some things on the calendar that's all about you, all about August, that you might want to be sure that you're staying abreast to our Avon US Representatives page, of course, our Southeast Facebook page, with your coach, with your mentor, because there are going to be some special details of contests and things that are coming up next week. So that's my little teaser for that, but continue between now and then and throughout August to keep celebrating each other, sharing the love with everybody that you know, anytime, anywhere, always ask, and let's keep this record-breaking momentum that we have in our business, especially that we have in the Southeast, keep it alive as we head into our fourth quarter holiday selling season, the best time of the year, of course, to be an Avon representative. Can you imagine how tremendous our fourth quarter is going to be with all of the momentum that we have right now? So we're going to keep that momentum alive with more hot tips on Southeast Shares as we come back to you 2 weeks from today. So we're every other Thursday, same time, same place. So our next call will be on Thursday, August 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. And we want to hear all about your hot tips because, good grief, speaking of Rep Fest, we were hearing hot tips from you, from y'all in the Southeast, really from everybody throughout, and we want to keep those hot tips shared. And so let us know. So whether it's something that's kind of fundamental with those really great words to use, like what Tracy shared, or those outside of the box, really I would say just creative practices like Octavia shared. Whether it's one or the other, we want to know what's working for you. And when I post the replay today on our Southeast Region Facebook group, I'm also going to post a link to a Google Doc where you can nominate yourself or one of your team members to be featured on a future Southeast Shares call, because again, we want to know your hot tips. We know you have them. We've heard all about them. So until next time, Thank you guys so very much. Southeast is sharing the love. That's right, Angelique. And it's because you guys are always sharing hot tips with each other. So thanks so much for doing that. And we'll see you in 2 weeks, if not before. Good night.
Are you waiting on a lightning strike? Are you waiting for the perfect night? Are you waiting till the time is right? What are you waiting for?